What's up, everyone?
Hi,
Is this
everybody.
stitches?
Jason, we don't need to see your scar.
What happened?
Told you last week. I cut both my thumbs at work Monday of last week.
Oh,
And I took the stitches out of this one today.
I think I missed that part.
Yeah.
I don't want him knowing about this. He's always in on our plan.
Yeah, I had band-aids on last week. This one here didn't get stitches. This one did.
Mm. Cool.
I went down today to get the stitches out, and I said, before I check in, I said, I'm going to ask you, are you going to charge me another $60 copay for a follow-up visit for the same thing? She says, yeah, it's going to come up it's going to show up on my, in my computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I give her the ticket, and I said, see you later. I said, I'll go take them out myself. Which was hard taking them out myself, being that I'm right-handed, and I had to try to take them out with my left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Franken stitches.
Well, Jason, you want to say hi to these fine people?
Yeah, now I'm going to... I had to get on my phone and look because there's Miss Becky. Mrs. Bruce City said, oh, I'm number 2, but she's the first one I'm seeing. However, when I went on my phone, I seen John Foxy was first. So,
what's up, Foxy? What's up, Becky?
Hello, Becky. Hello, Becky.
Then we got El Pud. How you doing?
What's up, Pud?
We got E-Rock.
What's up, E?
Sweet.
There's Foxy.
What's up, Fox?
How you doing, my friend?
And we got the old crackhead, Baker.
What's up, Baker?
Well, you got the day off? Night off?
He's visiting his daughter who's graduating from basic,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I was going to watch that this morning. I forgot.
Hey, Collie Creek. Good to see you, Liz.
What's up, Collie Creek?
How you doing?
Hey, Dave. Good to see you.
What's up, Dave?
Dave.
Hey, 20 Spray Ray.
What's up, Ray?
Do the vibes.
Hey, 3D.
3D, what's
See
up?
ya. There's Phil. Hey, Phil.
What's up, Phil?
How you doing, Phil?
Always good to see you, too. DQ. Hey, DQ.
How you doing?
Hello?
DQ, what's up?
Hello there.
Hey, Louie. Hey, Louie.
Yeah, it's
Louis.
Thursday already.
Thank God it's Thursday. At least for Scott and I.
Hey, Michael S.
What's up, Michael?
How you doing?
Raised Bearded.
What's up, Rays?
Are you guys hearing like an echo?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
It's all in your Bluetooth.
What did he say?
Hey, Frankie J.
What's up, Frankie?
Hey, Bayou
How
Lifestyle.
you doing, Bayou?
What's up, Will?
No way.
Hey, Big Stu.
How you doing, Stu?
Big Stu, what's up?
Hey, Kay. Good to see you.
How you doing?
What's up, Kay?
There's Dave Ramsey's brother, Mike. Hey, hey, good to see you.
I will send you to Jesus.
What's up, Mike?
How you doing?
Let's see. There's babysitter Jess. Hey, Jessica.
Hello.
What's up, Jessica?
There's Brad.
How you doing, Brad?
Brad, what's up?
I don't have friends. I got family.
Hey, T Pike.
How you
Good to
doing?
see you. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, T Pike?
Hey, Dino.
How you doing?
Hello.
Dino, what's up, brother?
And there's Ken from Bayard. Good to see
How
you,
you doing,
Ken.
Ken?
What's up, Ken?
Hello, neighbor.
I can actually say hello, neighbor, to him, and it actually, he's just across the lake.
There's Chris. Hey, Chris, True North.
How you doing?
What's up, Chris?
No way.
See you. Yeah, he changes that up every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these are the ones that
Holy
always uses where it goes all the way across the screen.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Look at that guy.
Vato.
His bearded Vato.
Where have you been, Vato? Oh,
Yep, no live stream government shutdown.
sure is.
Oh, so I didn't miss anything.
No. No.
Well, they had the graduation though.
Yeah.
Hey, Dadpool.
How you doing, Travis?
The social media part of the government's not essential.
I never had it when I
Hey,
was.
Bob and
What's up, freaking frack?
Bob and Terry.
How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Lurch.
Hello, Lurch.
Lurch.
Woo!
I don't have a lurch sound effect.
Hey, Amber.
What's up, Amber? Good to see
Holy
you.
smokes, and then there's Kevin right behind her. Hey,
What's up,
Kevin?
Kev?
Good to
Hey,
see
in
you.
my book.
I'm surprised I can see him. I have him blocked.
Hey, Sarge. Good to see you.
What's up, Sarge?
Welcome to America, baby.
No, there's Jacob. Hey, Jacob.
What's up, Jacob?
What you doing?
Let's do it!
Oh, and I'm all caught up.
All right.
Yep. Better get a lurch sound effect.
Yeah.
That I can do.
I don't know what a lurch would sound like.
It makes a lot of grunts.
Oh.
So anybody got any news?
Yeah, if you're a company, check out the Instagram post by the Beard Respect, or the Instagram reel. It's also on Facebook and TikTok. We're looking for anyone that wants to donate to our charity auction. That's going to be in November to raise money for zero prostate cancer. But the details are in that reel, and we'd be grateful for more donations. If you can't, we understand too. No problem. But appreciate the support.
Try and raise as much as we can to help the guys who need help with prostate cancer.
Yep. And we'll have more information about that in the upcoming weeks.
and the Renegade Beard Club Wisconsin chapter's beard competition for next June. We've got, you rang. That'd be a good one. I believe we have 2 more spots left. For the
Sponsorship
category sponsors.
Categories, yeah.
I also want to thank the sponsors we do have. Just while I'm talking about it, Lip Beard Company, Raven Beard Company, Bearded Death, and Beacon TV, which is a streaming service for horror shows and paranormal shows.
Oh,
They have one big show that premiered last week. It's coming back like every Friday but it's pretty good if you're interested in that sort of thing.
okay. We are either or. So if you want to make a basket, that would be great. If you want to donate one thing, that would be great. Or a gift card, or anything you want, really. Once we get all the donations, like, we're not getting the donations sent to us or anything like that. Once we get a count of who's donating what, we can make our own baskets from that. But if you have like your own basket that you want to do separate, that's fine too.
Yeah. Whatever you got,
But yeah,
or if you want to just donate money, we will have a link as we get closer to the show, where the money goes straight to them. We don't even have to touch it, which is kind of easier for us. So, you don't have to worry about all the money aspect, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
There's been lots in the past. We've had so many donations in the past that we have. I mean, it would probably take 4 hours to do the show to try to auction everything. So we will get together and kind of group things together, trying to make them all an equal dollar amount as well. So
Yeah.
So.
Thanks, Chris. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Also, make note, Jacob.
Yep. I think he wants to sponsor a category at the beard comp. That's what that looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want more information, watch the reel on the Beard Respect Instagram page or Facebook page, and just DM us, and we can start a conversation. But like I said, no hard feelings if you can't do it this year. Totally understandable.
Yep.
And hey, Bishop, good to see you. And there's Tim. Good to see you.
What's up, Tim? All right. So, any other announcements?
There's Jeff.
I'm sure there's all kinds of nonsense.
Announcements.
Yeah.
Announcements. No.
Yeah.
No more nonsense from you, Scott.
Hey,
What's up, Billy Joyner? Billy Joyner needs to get to that beard competition. He's into that scary stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of paranormal stuff going on, and
hey, Dynamite shows up and right away.
Thanks, Tino. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, let's bring our guest. Sorry, Jay.
I got one thing. I mean, I know I talked about it last week, but at the end of the workday tomorrow, I'm giving my 2-week notice. We'll see how that goes.
Congrats, man. Congrats, brother.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it all day. I'm like, what am I going to say? What if he asks questions? Should I answer him or should I just blow him off? If he asks me where I'm going, should I say none of your business? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes when it happens. Maybe he'll just be so shocked that he won't say anything. But
I don't know if we have a whispering.
they can. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
We were trying to limit the amount of categories just because we didn't know how much interest we would get, especially being our first year.
Yes, Bishop, I'm going to Texas in the comp in January. You Matter beard competition in January in Texas.
I told them about it this week.
Yeah. Who am I bringing coffee to?
I don't know. I'll take some of your. You know.
All right, let's bring our guest on. This is Sam from Black. Oh, what am I saying? Black Wolf, right? Blackdog community. Blackdog community. Jeez.
Blackdog. Black
Long
dog.
day. Long day.
I see how it is. Hey, it's all right though. I mean, everybody gets my name wrong. It's fine.
Oh man, I can't believe I did that.
Hey, it's all good. Trust me. The one time someone even would say they wanted to say black sheep community, I'm like, well, I mean, I am a black sheep, but I mean, that's besides the point. We don't talk about Bruno out loud. Yeah. Come on out.
Yeah. All right, Sam, thanks for coming on. We're going to get into the 5 questions.
Oh boy. All right, fire away.
And just kind of go from there. Is Jason going to pursue his dream of pole dance full time? Yeah, right. I think that's what it is.
I mean, hey, no judgment here. You do what you got to do, right?
Hey, those bills are getting expensive. You got to do whatever you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Sam. The first question is the same every week. We ask our guests, tell us about your favorite toy as a kid. What was that one toy that you always played with?
Oh boy. Gonna throw me back now to that time. All right. If I had to make a guess, it probably would have been with the original Toy Story toys, like Buzz Lightyear and Woody, like the actual toys.
Okay. Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. That is the first time we have ever had.
That is a first.
Toy Story.
That is a first for us.
That's a first.
Hey, I mean, I had some very unique, times during that time, and when it came down to, of course, the toys, everybody went, to the Furbies and everything on that end. Now, mine was not even G.I. Joe; it was Toy Story.
Yeah, absolutely. Great movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
definitely.
I mean, I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still always enjoy the old original Disney movies.
Very true. Very true. So, tell us about Blackdog community. When did it start? Why did it start? What is it?
So originally, a lot of people don't actually know the original background for Blackdog was that it originally came down to a friend of mine that lived in Australia. She was, of course, trying to give me a voice about 2 years ago to talk about, of course, my time in the military and make it to where I felt appreciated in the community, and I actually had a voice to be able to talk about the things without feeling, obviously, like I, was just another number, as well as, kind of just being out here lost. She, of course, unfortunately got wrapped up inside the whole stuff, of course, that went on with the war with Ukraine and Russia, then obviously with Israel and Palestine, and obviously she wanted to try to help out more by obviously looking through the backwater pages and find the stories, of course, of everything that had happened. And I told her, no offense to anything on that end, I understand how helpful it is, and it is extremely helpful. For obviously a civilian that has never seen war, that knows nothing about war, or has seen any of the images or smells or sounds that we have been through, you don't want to go and look that kind of stuff up. That will give you PTSD beyond anything that you could possibly imagine. And I told her, no offense, stop. Please stop. Please stop. Don't keep doing this. And I told her a couple of times, but it's all right that she didn't listen. She was trying to help out. Unfortunately, she did get PTSD from it. and she could not do anything more with the actual server for Blackdog on Discord. And she told me, well, you know what? I don't want to do this as a discredited Corso to everything that has already been done, has already been made. Here's the keys to Blackdog. You know, have fun with it. And that happened back in January 2024. So I was like, well, I have this now. Now, what do I do with it? And I still was working on it. Still trying to figure out, of course, you know, what I was wanting to do with it, because I already had a lot of veteran stuff inside there already. And right at the time when I was trying to, of course, figure it out, unfortunately, I met my ex. She did not do anything to help me actually build the community up. She was a narcissistic person. Like, you make a list about that long. That's what she was inside there. So, didn't do anything good, but it is what it is. I would not honestly be here, though, without a particular person, which was my army sister that was actually on the live that you saw today, Jason, though, for Rebel Rehabilitator. So she was the one who actually reached out to me and said, hey, bub, you know, what's going on? You know, are you doing all right? Haven't heard from you in a while. I called her to ask her, hey, am I the one that's crazy in this situation? You know, like, am I doing things wrong by her? I gave her the whole list of everything that had happened for the last 11 months. And she even looked at me and she said, so here's the thing. Why didn't you contact me sooner? I told her I didn't know, you know, what was going on. And she had to break it down to me and told me, Bob, I love you, but you were just in an emotional abusive relationship. I had no idea. I did not see anything, you know, through that end. I thought, honestly, that was just part of the thing, you know, part of the relationship. And thankfully, with her help, she got me out of it. Towards, of course, the end of that relationship, I finally put my foot down, though, during the relationship, and I started realizing, you know, I got to start making Blackdog. If I want to make Blackdog what I want it to be now, I got to put my foot down and actually start making the motions of what I want to do with it. Around that time, of course, so I was not in a good headspace. Not only because of the relationship, but also seeing so many people from my unit decide to drop like flies. And the time of my deployment, from the 6 guys I lost over there to the time of when I got out in 2020, I lost 17. And that number, of course, hit me really too hard. And I started going over my entire life of going, why am I still here? You know, like, what still brings me to be here? And I started seeing, of course, all my guys start dropping, not really realizing, of course, you know, why they were dropping, what made them even drop in the first place. And I started going down that path myself. And I started going, you know, 2 times I tried, obviously not successful, because obviously here I am still. But yeah, I am too. Oh yeah, I appreciate it. But of course, I didn't, of course, realize how much my life actually meant to people, and obviously how much my life meant to my family members and my loved ones, especially. And it wasn't until, of course, the second time that I tried that I got sent a video by my best friend that's out here that never served, but all he did was just do what any of us should do for our brothers and our sisters. Hey, hi, bud. How you doing today? You know, don't know what you're going through today, but I want to send you this, you know, just to give you a little bit of encouragement. Love you, man. And I clicked on the link. Didn't know what it was, but it was a YouTube video of the Grunt Style. And they made a video called The Spartan Pledge. And I encourage anybody, if they never have seen that video, to go and look it up. The whole thing starting off for it, though, was not them talking about their days of being inside the military. It was of a new oath that was created because of 9/11, actually. And it was called the Spartan Pledge. And how it went was, I will not take my own life by my own hand till I talk to my battle buddy first. My mission is to find a mission to help my warfighter family. And that key word inside there, a mission, is what's set in my head after the second time that I tried, of going, what is my mission still here? Because we all had a mission in the military every single day. We all had the reason why we went in the military, the purpose of why we went in the military, and everything on that end. And I was sitting here going, you know what? That begs the question: what is our mission? What is our purpose still after we get out of the military? And it took me all the way until last year to even figure that out. My purpose is still be here. Obviously, if I cannot, you know, take my own life, and obviously I'm unsuccessful after that second time, then there's a reason why I'm still here. if I couldn't, be passed on by the 2 times that they tried in the Middle East, clearly there's a reason why I'm still here. I'm a tough cookie apparently to crack. And so I started realizing, hey, you know what? It's all right. It's all right that they know that didn't happen. So I started seeing, of course, the number for 22, how it got so high, and how it increasingly still has gone high. And I started realizing, you know what? I want to make a statement for Blackdog, to try to get it out there as much as I can, especially to our own community. I'm going to do a 22-mile ruck march. I would definitely not recommend that to people unless you actually know what you're doing and wearing the proper foot gear and everything else, because you will tear your body up faster than anything. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. So started that out on Veterans Day. Started at 3 a.m. in the morning time. Got done around a little bit after 10. Did about 7 hours, and it was a great start, though, of course. My body failed it, though, afterwards, so I'll definitely say that. But it started getting the word out to people that some nut job actually was willing to ruck around on the main road that goes all the way through our county and the next county over, of walking on the highway, just going down straight down the highway. And everybody was sitting here going, what are you doing there with a flag? And it was great, though, because I didn't let it stop me. I got make sure I couldn't get proper hygiene. I got water.
We're losing you, Sam. Which
is great. So, of course, everything had happened. I started realizing in January, of course, if I'm going to be, I got to make sure that I'm involved in the next. No offense to me doing the 22-mile ruck march, but
we lost you, Sam. Someone said his internet's wonky all the time.
I do. And everybody started, but the one that stuck out the most, making sure. So we started going down the whole prospect of what can we, of course, make that.
He must not be able to hear us either, because he keeps.
Yeah, probably not.
Throw more tinfoil on the rabbit ears, yeah. Oh, he's out now. All right.
Sure he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll come back in.
But yeah, those walks are something else. I didn't do it just last weekend. Becky participated in the Ruck 22 walk in Madison, which is actually they have it set at 18 kilometers, which is like 11 and a half miles.
Yeah,
that's still a lot, especially the way they have it set up. There's one big hill in it, and they put it right at the end.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks for sending it.
Yeah, I want to do that first. I think I'd want to do that first.
Oh, hi, Mumsy.
We kept telling them, but it's the last year that group's going to be doing it. They're going to be switching VFW that does it, because only 2 people were running it, and it was a little much for them.
Yeah. What's up, Chief?
Hey, Chief.
Hey, Chief.
We got him back.
There we go.
Yeah, my internet decided just to log off for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, and then Lily cut out the entire thing. It turned off my headphone. It turned off my Wi-Fi, everything, and I was like, "Oh, that's great."
yeah, love it.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about your first march, like you're kind of like walking through town.
Yeah.
And I think you said you had a flag. Were you carrying a flag?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Were you live streaming this or?
I was, yeah. The entire thing was done here on TikTok. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
How many hours?
It was 7 hours.
7 hours. Okay. That's
a
really good time.
Yeah, I was doing. I was working on it every single other day. I was doing 9.5 miles for training.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But like I said, so I would definitely recommend people wearing proper foot gear, proper socks. Make sure to stay properly hydrated. Make sure you're actually dieting and eating the right foods before you even do something like that. And train properly. Don't just sit there and just whim on to do it. Almost 4 months of doing it, I was eating chicken and rice, chicken and potatoes, fish and rice, fish and potatoes, like eating greens, just making sure that I was staying as healthy as possible. So, yeah, yeah, that was definitely a crazy thing. But yeah, no, that sparked though, of course, the next thing, of course, which. No offense, of course, to the Ruck March, but when you're only starting out and that's your first project, it makes sense maybe you have to do it by yourself. But I started realizing, more so than not, if I'm going to be doing something like this, I got to get the community involved. More so than just doing it, by either a live stream or by doing it by myself in person. If we're going to have the word Blackdog community, we have to involve the community in there. Because without the community, we cannot do anything. And we're only basically individuals in a small clique of the entire, section out there of the entire, world. So, and sadly, of course, inside society anyway, people always, twist that word community and make it little cliques. And they don't understand what that word community means. It means everybody. Even if you have your enemy of being out there in the world, they are still part of the community. They are still part of people that need help. So if you want to be trying to be a word the community, you got to be about the community. So that's why this year, for when I start asking everybody, what can we do, for to bring the community together and start, putting stuff out there for it. Everybody started giving all kinds of suggestions, which was great. But the two most that stuck out, besides doing a 22-hour live stream, was unfortunately getting 22 pies to the face. It was not a bad thing, no. I mean, that's, of course, a funny thing. That's great. We can make it a part of a live stream. That's fine. But, of course, what can really draw into people? What can actually bring, the people together for the actual community? And the one great thing that everybody was doing was they said, well, there's so many different nonprofits, organizations, and businesses out here that are veteran-owned and first responder-owned. Why not get them involved in it? And I started sitting here going, well, that's not a bad idea. I like that. So I started reaching out to people left and right, you name it, like just talking to people, just going to people's lives, and just saying hey, and then just talking about what we're trying to do and what the plan is. And through all of that, I will say 61 people were definitely interested, of course, though this year for being a part of the whole live event, which is fantastic. But of course, I understand a lot of people are busy, so. Some people, though, of course, have been reached out to. They just got, of course, have to answer their stuff. But that's completely fine. I get everybody's busy. But besides that, though, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what brought Blackdog, though, to being what it is today. And, of course, more of my path that came down to it. Obviously, there's a whole lot more. And obviously, I could talk, hours on end about everything, though, in fine detail. But that's basically the summary of it.
So what is the vision for the Blackdog community? What's your vision for it?
So my vision is making it more than just social media based. First of all, that's the first step on that end, because no offense to social media, it's a great tool. It's a very utilizing good tool out there for all parts of social media. But if you're not getting boots on the ground and you're not actually helping out a veteran in need, whether they are homeless, struggling, or already secure in where they're at, then what are you doing? All you're doing at that point is just being a social figure, inside social media. That's not helping people out. So that's the first step. After that, it's going to be pretty much a 5 to 10 year plan. Is I would love to see not Blackdog, but the word community be brought into every single state. If it's not every single state, then every other state. building a team inside every single state and trying to help out a veteran in need or a first responder in need. Like if they were to come to us to say, hey, I'm not willing to be here. All right, what state are you in? Find the nearest team to that state and have them come out there and go, hey, we'll sit down with you as much as we can, and try to talk with you, see what we can do to help you out. But ultimately, of course, you gotta understand, your life has a meaning and life has a purpose in there. We can help you try to find the tools to help you be able to find that mission, that purpose. But you have to be willing to do your part on that part as well, and actually say, I'm willing to need help. What do I need to do to get the help I need?
Mm-hmm.
And after that, of course, if it comes down to besides the 22 a day stuff, people don't realize also, not just outside the veteran community, outside the first responder community as well. There are so many catalysts out there inside the world that can make us not want to be here any day.
Mm-hmm.
Literally at any second, any day. And all that could be going down to, I can't pay my electric bill. I can't pay my phone bill. I can't pay rent. My lawn is getting too big. My kids don't have enough food, inside their stomachs, on the table. I can't find a job. There are so many different reasons out there for people that have chosen to not be here on this earth anymore, that just to say, well, I started in combat, so I saw somebody not be here anymore. That's the only reason, and that's the only reason why everybody out there in the world decides to take their own life. We make up only a fraction of the community out there of what even combat veterans even are that decide to not be here anymore. Veterans themselves and first responders themselves make up a good percentage of the community that have never seen anything.
Right.
Never been outside their post, never seen combat, never been to a fire, never been to a call in the police department, never been to a call in EMS that has been horribly wrong. There are so many different reasons out there, people not wanting to be here. And having that team set up to let them know, hey, you are not alone.
Mm-hmm.
We care about you and we love you and we appreciate you. What can we do to help you out? That is what my ultimate goal is, though, to make sure people understand and remind everybody, we cannot do this alone. As veterans and first responders, we're maybe 10% of the entire United States population. That's 90% of the entire population that have never gone in the military, never gone inside the first responder category, and have never seen what any of us have to see. And that kind of stuff right there is a big reason why we need to have their back and make sure they understand that we have your back. Now it's time that you have our back. Mm-hmm. We care about you. We all decided to sign the dotted line to put our lives at risk for whatever it be, military, law enforcement, fire, EMS, doctors, nurses, correction officers, lifeguards, you name it. The list goes on. All of us have decided to do that for the community. And without the community's help, by backing us up and making sure they're watching each other as well, then we are doomed to fail, and we are doomed to not care about each other. So that's probably like the 10 to 20 year plan, down the road right there. But at least letting people understand you are not alone in life. There is a reason why you are still here. You may not have found it yet in life, but there's still a reason why you are still here.
So Blackdog community is not like an exclusive community for veterans and first responders. It's for everyone.
No, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
And that's even a great point there too. So many different nonprofits and so many different people out there that want to try to make a nonprofit, all think that they need to go down the path of being exclusively for veterans. So I didn't even realize that there's actually 3 categories that come down to nonprofits, especially for veterans. Obviously, there's C3 that everybody knows, a general nonprofit on that end. There's a C4 that's basically a profitable, a nonprofit on that end. The C19 is the one that people don't actually realize. That is your American Legion. That is your VFWs out there. They are the C19s, where 90% exclusively for the VFW and the American Legion are veterans. Mm-hmm. Period. 10% only of their population are actually for the community. Without the community, no offense to that, you cannot have all the support you need.
Right.
I mean, we are that 10% of that 90%. So how then are we able to go and help so many people out if we're excluding the 90% of the people out there in the world? It makes it near impossible to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I started going down this path, I was like, you know what? I love the C19 idea, but if we're going to be making this the word community, that means the community comes first. That cannot mean we're a VFW, we're American Legion.
Right.
Where that means we're excluding so many people out there that need help.
So how does someone find more information about the Blackdog community? Like what platforms are you on? And
so I am working
some links earlier.
Yeah. So
good for you to say it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. So I'm building up more information being put out there on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I've already put the video, of course, of the event though on YouTube, but I still need to know. I still need to do more on YouTube. That's the one platform I've not done that much on. Primarily, we're on TikTok. Same word though that I haven't been on here. Blackdog.community. We actually go live every single Tuesday through Friday, 05:45 Eastern Standard Time. Usually we go for like 4 or 5 hours. That way it gives everybody a chance, when they're waking up in the morning time, getting ready for work and whatnot, to come in there, and talk. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm sorry about that, man.
That's why I catch you like towards the end of your live.
Yeah. That's one thing, why I went up that time, because most people, they're getting up for work, at all kinds of hours, in the morning time, getting ready for work. So makes it to where they can come in there, have a little bit of fun, and entertainment and everything on that end, and see how the veteran community is. But the one thing I tell people, when people come in there, expect you're going to be hearing a lot of barracks talk. 90% of our lives are barracks talk. We will get serious if people need help inside there instantly with no problems. And we'll shut down the entire live and go, hey, what's going on? What you need help with? Like, what's helping you out today? Outside of that, when it comes down to it, we usually pick one day a week. It could be, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, for doing a topic of the week. And a lot of people don't like having to hear the uncomfortable questions being asked. But you know what? If we don't tackle those uncomfortable questions, who is going to? And how are people going to get help by those questions?
Yeah.
So I will tell people right now, for people that do join tomorrow morning's live, all I'm going to say is be prepared. Because tomorrow morning, this entire week did barracks talk, so tomorrow morning is going to be our it's going to be our time to talk about it. I'll say that. It's going to be a very hard discussion, I'll say that. Without saying much, the hardest part for being a nonprofit in general is the fact that, of course, you are limited by what you can say. The IRS, of course, though, they put in their own bylaws, of course, though, inside nonprofits to where you can't talk about politics. Obviously, it's hard to talk about anybody that's religious. So there's some topics you can't talk about. But that doesn't mean, of course, though, that we can't separate, of course, politics from the military. Like, there are a lot of discussions that happen for the active duty side that, of course, involve, a lot of political stuff out there. But you can separate the military aspect, and the veteran aspect, and the first responder aspect from the actual politics side and go, well, this kind of things, is happening, this kind of stuff, stuff is happening, like it affects both our active duty personnel and our first responders and our veterans. So there are ways of talking about it, though, just understanding and making sure people understand this is not a political live. This is not about politics.
Right.
This is about, making sure that we talk, properly about it.
Right.
So I did see that comment. So right now it's just TikTok. Eventually, though, my plans are to try to stream both on TikTok and YouTube. Hardest part, of course, is finding and of course raising the funds up, for getting a computer, because a phone is all I have right now. But it is what it is. Things will definitely work out one day.
They can also find you on Discord, right?
Oh, he blacked out. So yeah, and thanks, Tino. Tino did put the link for Discord. So Discord, there's like a group, Blackdog.community group in Discord that you can kind of meet some people there and bring up any discussion. But primarily, from what I've seen, it's mostly on TikTok right now. So TikTok live every day, like you said, Tuesday through Friday or Tuesday through Saturday, in the morning. And it's a panel. Like, if you want to be on the live, you're more than welcome to join them on the panel. But there's some good discussions there. And when he comes back, we'll there's an event. Yeah, it's Blackdog Community.
I can't even hear y'all. All I'm hearing is chipmunk voices going on.
Oh, you're starting to come in now. Huh. But yeah, it's Blackdog Community on TikTok, Baker. Let me see if I can put the link in the chat here.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Oh, it's Tuesday through Friday. I said Tuesday through Saturday, but it's Tuesday through Friday. And
can you hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yep.
Can you hear us?
For some reason now I can't hear anybody. What is going on here with my phone? Oh my word. I hate technology.
So I dropped the link to the TikTok page for Blackdog Community. And then, like I said, every morning he goes live. All right, Sam, can you hear us? No? Can you hear us now? Can you hear us? No?
I don't know. Are y'all talking?
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably the Bluetooth's not linking. Hey, Jim.
How you doing?
Jim and his wife were on Tres Amigos earlier. Great show.
Okay, now I can hear y'all.
Okay,
now you hear us.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right.
Got love technology, you know.
I shared your TikTok channel in the chat. And like you were saying, you go live Tuesday through Friday every morning. You have a panel. Anyone's welcome to join the panel if they're as long as they're a good person.
Pretty much, yeah.
As
long as people understand respect, of course, though, and making sure that people don't, decide to be disgusting people, of course.
Yep. Well, so last year, November, you did the 22-mile run or walk. And so this November, you mentioned that you're going to get pie in the face and that you have like other people involved. But tell us more, like what are the dates for this? Like what's going to happen? Are you like featuring certain companies or what's going on?
So basically, so the dates, of course, is going to be the 14th and 15th of November.
Okay.
So it's going to be 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 o'clock Pacific Time. Yeah, for that time over there. Yep. And then it'll be going all the way through the 15th until 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. And that's, of course, to make sure that we have enough time for everybody on that end. Obviously, of course, we'd love to have, 22, nonprofit organizations, be part of it. But more so, of course, what I also want to give people an understanding is that it's not just businesses and nonprofits that are going to be a part of it. There's a lot of first responders. There's a lot of veterans out there that I've talked with that have used their ability to be able to find their mission, their purpose by doing, gaming, by doing, cosplay, by doing streaming, by doing, makeup and everything on that end underneath the sun, making books and everything on that. And those are also kind of people that I'm also getting the live event for as well, to let people understand, here's an example that somebody has been able to use by finding their mission, their purpose in life, and finding what helps cope with their PTSD and with their trauma that they've had, obviously with everything they have done, obviously people don't have to go down, the path of trying to go down to gaming if they're not a gamer, but using, of course, them as being the example of, hey, these people have found their mission and purpose, so can you. There's no time to say, I give up. Sometimes it takes 20 years. There's been a lot of veterans that I've met that have taken them between 10, 15 to 20 years or more to find their mission and their purpose in life. Here's the example that I want to give them, is that for me, it took me, 5 years to be able to find it after the fact of being out. And it took me a while to be able to find that out. But other people, of course, so it has taken longer to be able to find their mission or purpose. And that's completely fine. It takes some time to be able to find, the help that you need to make sure that you're getting the right help. And that's the biggest thing there too. Getting the help does not mean going down the path of going to a therapist or a counselor. that helps with some people, but other people, of course, it doesn't help everybody. But a lot of them have been out there of, horseback riding again, going to bladesmithing, leatherworking, doing podcasts, doing live streaming, again, doing video games, doing cosplay. There are so many different tools out there to help you be able to find a way to cope with your PTSD and your trauma.
Social connection.
Exactly. So a lot of people don't understand that. And that's why I want this live to be, is being a way for people to see that there are many different ways out there of getting help. That there are so many different people out there that have found help by doing numerous different reasons out here.
Right.
Obviously, a little bit to get 22 people, involved in the live. What I'd love to get, though, is obviously more than 22, because you're doing a 22-hour live. You got to think about it. One person drops out, now you got 21. Now you got to find a replacement, on the fly. So doesn't exactly help out. But that's why we had 61 people want to be involved in it. And it's obviously, this is not a podcast. People, some people, it takes them 5-10 minutes to talk about, what they've done, what their business is or nonprofit is, or what they've helped with their PTSD and whatnot. Some people can go for 30 minutes. Some people can go for an hour. Some people only have time to do 5-10 minutes. So the more people we can be to get involved in it and give people a time to be to talk about their kind of stuff, the more the people out there would be able to sit here and go, hey, here's different ways of being able to find help. Here's different ways that people have found help to help them out with their life. And obviously we're trying to go by hourly basis, by trying to give people, a time frame within those hours. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Some people might have to just, drop out. Some people are going to, again, take more time or less time. It's going to be on the fly kind of thing for that whole life. And I will say the team that we have built, I could not honestly have done it without them. They have been the bedrock, though, of everything that I have been doing so far. 3 main people, I will say, above everybody else. No offense to everybody else that's on the side of the mod team, though, inside the Discord server. The 3 people, though, that have been the hugest big rock, the bedrock for them. I don't know if they're in here, but I have given them shout outs many times, and I'm going to do the same thing to them, though. My sister Rebel, Warrior Goddess, though, that she goes by Warrior Goddess on the Discord server and on TikTok, and then Dead Cord Raven. Those 3 ladies, I will say, they have worked their absolute butt off more times than I can possibly count to make this happen. And they have still been working hard on that end. And I tell them all the time, I appreciate them and love them so very much. They are absolutely amazing people. And everybody else that has been a mod in some of my lives, as well as the Discord server, everybody that's been willing to give a helping hand to it. And it has been more appreciated than anything I could possibly ever say thank you for. So I want to make sure they get that shout out for that end.
It takes a team, though, to make it work. Like, you can't do it alone. It definitely takes teamwork, and yeah, absolutely. So yeah, 22 hours, 22 plus companies, and then downtime, you're gonna get a pie in your face.
Yeah, sometime during that entire hour, I don't know when it's going to happen, but somebody is going to pop me right in the face with a pie. And I kind of made it a little bit different on that end. It's not going to be a pastry. It's going to basically be like a paper plate or a pie plate with a little bit of whipped cream inside there, and then splat in the face. Because, no offense, why would you want to destroy from a good pastry on that end?
Right.
I mean, besides that, donate 22 pies then to the homeless if that's what you're going to do, or to a veteran in need, or to a first responder that you see. You don't need to destroy a $5 pie. Like, no.
Yeah. Now, is this event Like, is there opportunity to donate money toward the organization for the event?
So right now I do have my PayPal inside my Linktree inside my TikTok. Besides that though, I am trying to move away from the actual PayPal. I already have a bank account set up though for the actual Blackdog community to where people can make a lot any donations on that end. I will say I have been extremely blessed that we have had at least one sponsor so far. Didn't even realize, of course, that even would happen at this time, but there's a guy on TikTok, also though outside of TikTok, called Aerial Resupply Coffee Company. Yep, Mike has been an amazing guy. I'll say that he did 20 years in the army, and he decided that he wanted to come out, of course, and make a coffee company. Greatest thing though, of course, that I will say that he does is he's a very humble guy. He's a lot like all of us. You know, he's a very humble person. The one great thing though about him is that he keeps it extremely real. He does not, lie about what he does with the coffee company. He lets people know exactly what is going on with their coffee company. The biggest thing on top of that too, he educates highly on what is the proper way to actually have coffee. So when it comes down to it, biggest thing I would say, if you ever taste, that lovely acidic, burning taste in the back of your throat, when you're drinking coffee, that's somebody not exactly roasting beans, but burning their coffee beans. And I found that out. Properly roasted coffee beans should taste smooth. It should not taste like it's very bitter or burning the snot out of your throat when you're deciding to want to not take acid reflux medication.
Right.
So he's been a huge person on that end. It's honestly was a huge blessing when he did that. He wanted to do even more so by it, which was he wanted to give back, of course, to the community. So anybody that would make an order on their website, even if it's only for one bag of coffee, 20% of the proceeds would go back to Blackdog community.
Wow.
So
that's huge.
You're basically looking at a $15 and $25, $15.25 for a bag of coffee. You're getting about $13 and some change for a bag of coffee for almost I think it's like a 12-ounce bag of coffee or more, which is really honestly good. All the artwork on all of his stuff is actually done by his daughter. So the entire family is literally involved in their coffee company, which is amazing. Cool. So that's been a huge blessing so far. But like I said, though, yeah, if somebody though did want to donate, obviously the PayPal is there. If they wanted to do obviously more than I would say a substantial sum, I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not saying that anybody does. Obviously, though, the bank account though would actually be the proper thing to go that by.
Right.
But I do keep accountability on it. When anybody has ever asked, of course, though, which nobody's ever asked it yet, but I don't care honestly if somebody does in the future, where the funds go though from Blackdog. Every single cent of it goes back to the veteran community. It goes back to the first responders. Goes back to people that actually needed it. I don't take a single cent from it. Whatsoever. The only thing I take has been on TikTok, which has been the subscribers. $17 a month. That basically almost takes care of one of my phones for a phone bill.
Right.
That's all I take from it. But any donations, I don't take 1 cent of it. I have all the receipts from every single purchase I have ever made on PayPal with any bit of that money on there. I don't need it. Right. That all has been designated though for the community, and that's where it should go in the first place. All that money should be going to the right people. So I make sure I say that out loud to people because some people will obviously question that kind of stuff. It's understandable,
right? But
I don't mind being transparent with people because the more transparent, the more open and honest you are with people, the more they'll be willing to actually understand. Hey, there ain't nothing we can get this guy for,
right?
And that's the point,
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Any questions from the chat for Sam and Blackdog?
Oh boy, put me on the spot.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you can stream on, I think you can, but do you stream on Discord as well or no?
So Discord, you can't stream, unfortunately. You can do voice calls, but that's about the most you can do on Discord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, though, it probably will happen. I mean, let's be honest. Discord has been rapidly evolving more than not that they will probably eventually add that in there.
Right.
They do have video calls.
Yeah.
Because I'm on Discord all the time. Through my beard club.
And see, that's one thing when y'all even started talking about all the beer stuff, I was sitting here going, you know what? I wish there was more actual good beer brands actually out there. Let's be honest here. Because there are so few of them that are actually a decent product.
Really? Really?
In my area, it's hard to find like actually good beer products.
What's your beard routine consist of? Like, what do you do for your beard? Nice beard, by the
way. Sadly enough, I don't have much. I use the steam, of course, into the shower, to basically on the way almost mold my beard, and then I use a beard brush, to obviously get away, the dead hairs, and keep it groomed, keep it, nice and straight and whatnot too on that end. A lot of people may not like it, but I will use hand soap to obviously wash my beard, because obviously, in my opinion, hand soap is a little bit more better than using, liquid stuff that you have no idea where it came from and what chemicals are inside there. So Irish Spring is usually what I use.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you use beard oil or anything like that?
I have a little bit of beard oil, but I don't use much of it because obviously, like I said, it's very limited around here, where I'm at, and obviously what you can get a hold of course.
We need to hook you up. We'll give you some education.
Hey, that's great, honestly, though, because from having it for 5 years, I mean, obviously one day I love to have my beard obviously a little bit longer than what it is. Having it full, I love the fullness of it. It's a very full beard, but it's just not very long, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's all right though. I mean, as long as it's healthy, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Well, I see everybody's shy about asking the questions.
Yeah.
That's fine. that, like I said, that's completely fine. Like I said, my DMs are open though. My business email though is inside. My link tree though inside. My bio on TikTok. Pretty much the Discord's on there. My business phone number is always on. Obviously, I do have it limited though to, of course, hours. Because I do gotta get some sleep though. Obviously.
Yeah.
But hey, it's all right. But yeah, when it comes down to people though, my DMs are always open for people. I always make sure that people have an understanding that if somebody needs a chance to talk to somebody, there's always somebody here to answer it. I will say I don't know all the answers in life. I do not know all the answers in life. But the one thing I'm not ashamed to do is, when it comes down to it, this is the reason why being the community, it's such an amazing thing, is networking. Mm-hmm. Talking with people, getting a hold of a lot of people, and letting people understand, I don't know the answers. Wait, let me find somebody who might be able to find the answers for you.
All right.
The biggest thing on that end that I've seen too many people do is immediately find that contact for them and then just passing on their information with them. Not sitting here going, hey, I got a hold of somebody, let me walk you over there with them, and then let you introduce you to them, and then sit down with them and talk with them. Then when I know I'm not needed anymore, then I will go on and move on to the next person. And obviously, if that person doesn't help out, that's completely fine. Let me know, and then we'll find you somebody else that can help you. Mm-hmm. If it takes going down that path of finding the 32nd, person out there to get the help from, do not give up. Biggest thing on that end, do not give up. There is help out there, even if it has to go down that 32nd path, that 32nd person, that organization to find help with. Never give up. Mm-hmm. There is no way to give up on that end.
Absolutely. That's awesome. It's definitely needed. There's a lot of organizations out there, but still people are misguided or just don't know where to go. And community,
or they're too scared.
Needed. Or too scared, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, I'll say this right now. I'm one of those kind of people. Like, I look like somebody, that that would be willing to ask somebody for help for how much I can talk, and how much I'm open with people and how much I talk with people. I hate asking for help. Mm-hmm. I legitimately do. I despise asking for help. It took me until 2 years ago to actually sit there and say, I can't do this on my own. I need help. Mm-hmm. Where do I go? And I didn't know where to go. And the hardest thing was just going to one person saying, hey, I need help. And that was it. That's all I had to do. But the hardest words were just saying that phrase. And that's it.
Yeah.
But biggest thing out there again is people are not alone.
And there's a lot of guys out there who just don't want to ask for help, even though they need it.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of women out there too. A lot of the women out there too. They don't even know how to even ask for help too. As much as a lot of women will say, well, I know how to ask for help. No offense. Do you? Do you actually know how to ask? Do people actually know how to ask for help? Because we all say we do. But as soon as those words want to try to start forming into our mouth to even say it out loud, instantly, mouth is shut. Gut starts twitching, and we start going, no, I can't ask for help. I want to. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And by the time you realize that you're in a hole that you can't get out of.
Right.
And that's been the biggest thing that I will say, especially too, when it comes down to our lives. For any female veterans that are out there, especially out there as well, I want them to understand as well, you have a place inside the community as well, especially inside our lives. Because there's so many people out there that will disregard, disrespect, and throw away female veteran services and active duty veterans for their females left and right. The one interesting thing that I was given by a veteran inside our community was I think they said predicting by 2040 or 2045, 20% of the veteran population will be female veterans. And that's a very interesting number to think about. And yet so many people don't realize, hey, there are females inside the community that are veterans. Do not disregard their service. They served the same way that we all did. We all signed that dotted line to serve our country, to protect our country, and to serve our community. Do not be surprised if a female comes up to you and they say, I served inside the Army, or I served in the Navy, or I served in the Air Force. Just because they may not look like they served in the military doesn't mean that they are not a veteran.
Right. It's surprising to me that it still happens today. And my wife's a veteran. She gets it all the time. Everyone assumes that she's not a veteran. But no one will ask or they'll look surprised when they find out she's a veteran. And it's like, women serve. That women have been serving for decades,
literally,
since the 40s. I mean, maybe even before that, but it's not.
I mean, there's been a lot of reports even recording. A lot of females have hidden their appearance and their the way that they looked just to go and join the Revolutionary War, join the Civil War.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There has been so many females in history that have been a part of the actual military that people don't realize it, and it's crazy to think of.
Yeah.
And that's one reason why that with so many people that have came on my live, especially, I've had disgusting people want to try to come in there and say, well, I don't view as females as being veterans. Okay, first of all, cool. That's your opinion. That's what you believe in. That's fine. But there's some things you don't need to say out loud. Just saying that. But hey, to break that news to you, though, but there are a lot of female veterans out here, and I'll tell you this right now: if they don't go kick your butt first, we'll go kick your butt, because that ain't gonna work out in our way.
A lot of female veterans have seen combat, and even if they don't see combat, you're still a veteran. You've still served our country, and at any moment you could have saw combat. It's definitely still something that the nation needs to recognize more as female veterans. Absolutely, I agree.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing why I'm so glad that there's been so many female veterans that have came inside, they came inside our lives all the time, and they have talked about, their service and have wanted to talk their service. The hardest time, I will say though, is a lot of people, of course, instantly as soon as a female veteran, especially what I've noticed for a little background on that, and though for being on TikTok for 7 years, you see a lot. Unfortunately, you see a lot. I've seen so many people attack females, attack female veterans, and especially wanting to degrade their service and say, shut it, you have no place to talk, you never served in the military, you're just making that stuff up. I'm the first person that'll sit here and go, hey, no, you shut it.
Right.
They signed the contract just like everybody else did. Whether they went downrange or not does not mean a thing. PTSD comes in all kinds of forms. You don't have to go downrange to experience PTSD. Biggest example that I will ever give. Oh yeah, absolutely. Biggest thing I will give an example all the day long. Fort Hood.
Yeah.
I will never elaborate on Fort Hood, but all you got to do is go on Google and look it up, and you will find lists of stories. Go on Reddit. You will find a lot of soldiers and sailors and everybody else on that end that are talking about what has happened at Fort Hood. Those people never saw anything to do with combat, and they were inside their own base, instead of a place where they should feel safe and secure, and things have happened.
Yeah.
And it happens on every single base, doesn't matter what branch out there, as well as also inside the National Guard. And that's the one thing right there that people do not understand. And that's why I'm so honestly, like, I'm glad that I will say that there are so many women out there that have joined the military. And big thing, though, I will give encouragement, though, to any people for the future that ever do see this podcast in the future. If you are male or female and you would go into the military, biggest advice I can give you, well, a couple of different advices I can give you. The biggest one is, besides your family or friends or anybody wants to tell you don't go and do it, don't listen to what they're going to say. This is your life. This is what you want to do by going to the military. Do it. Go in 110%, because if you don't, you will struggle beyond all belief.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, though, pick an MOS. And I know there's different saying no for every single branch out there. But of course, the Army, though, we call it an MOS for your job. Pick a job that you can use outside of the military, because contrary to belief, once you get out of the military, you have to go in civilian world and you have to find a job. Finding a job that you have done inside the military that can relate to civilian world, not all the time, but some of the times, you can use that to get a good job out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Biggest thing, though, of course, on that end, I will say as well for the jobs. If you do not think that you can serve inside a combat MOS, meaning there's a high possible chance you will go downrange and you will see some horrible things downrange. If you are not prepared to see any of that, smell any of that, hear any of that, see any of that, don't go to a combat MOS.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
Our brother Baker here, his daughter just graduated from basic training today.
Hey, congratulations to her. That's awesome.
Yep. I think,
what branch is she going to?
I think she's either National Guard or Army Reserves, one of the two, I think.
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Hey, nothing wrong with Guard. I mean, I was Guard for 8 years. I loved it.
Yeah.
Hey, even us nasty girls, we served in so the Guard.
Yeah. What was your MO?
So originally I was an 88 Mike. I went downrange as being an 88 Mike aside an entire battalion of infantry guys.
Is that mechanic or truck driver?
Truck driver.
Truck driver. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was only a handful of truck drivers that went an entire battalion with infantry guys. So you can imagine. Hey, where's the guy that has the truck driving experience? We need him to look at the manual to see are we filling out this paperwork properly? Oh, do we not know how to fill out paperwork properly? Come on now, it's not that hard. No new faults found will not work. I hate to break it to you though. I will look at that and I will scrutinize your vehicle and go, you didn't check your windshield, did you? You kind of need a windshield, wiper. That kind of is gone. No new faults found? Yeah, sure. Yeah. After my deployment, no offense to my truck driving unit that I was a part of, they didn't understand what the actual word unit meant, what team meant. Leadership was horrific. I'll say that in a heartbeat. Army Reserve. Okay. AIT starts tomorrow. Yep. Did he say that what her MOS was?
No.
Not yet.
Because that's what honestly I'm curious about though, because depending on your MOS, you could have an easy time or a very rough time. But yeah, after 2 years of being as a truck driver, I enjoyed it. My time being that I got my CDL, through the Army. It was great, to have that. But like I said, the unit though was not a great unit. The first units I served in were not great units whatsoever. Yeah. Leadership was horrible. They did not care about their soldiers. They were letting things go left and right. Was not a very good experience on that end. But after serving with an infantry battalion, they instantly were sitting here going, "Dude, you look and act more like you're an infantryman than you do a truck driver." So I was like, well, what do I do? How do I reclass then, to be an infantryman? They're like, well, you just go to Fort Pickett, Virginia. Just do the whole, reclass, course over there, and they'll get you through it with no problems. Okay, cool. Let's do it. So I put in the paperwork, to my unit and said, hey, I want to reclass to be an infantryman. The first words out of my sergeant's mouth was, are you okay? Do you need to go see Doc?
Yeah.
You're wanting to go from being a truck driver to being inside a truck to being boots in the ground. Are you insane?
Right.
Well, a little bit I am, though, but I mean, that's the point. Yeah. That's my biggest advice, though, of course. So for people who go in the military, don't worry about biggest thing that I will say, especially on that end. People will say all the time, well, I don't want to go into the military because of the current administration, whoever my leaders are, in the current administration. The odds of you seeing that administration are this percent. Literally, there's nothing in there. Your line of command will be your team leader, your squad leader, your platoon sergeant, your XO, your platoon leader, your first sergeant, your company commander, battalion level, maybe going past battalion, maybe, but that's what you're going to be, doing that on then. You're going to be getting your orders from your first line leaders. So don't worry about who the current administration is inside the military. You're not going in there for them. You're going in there for you. So make sure you understand that.
Yeah.
92 Alpha. Okay, let's see. What is a 92 Alpha? I'm drawing a blank on that end.
Could be supply, maybe. Oh, automated. Yeah, automated logistics specialist. Supply.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
That's a good
okay,
job
so
to have. That's a good.
Oh
job.
yeah. They manage and supervise warehouse and equipment record functions. Okay. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, we need that, honestly. We need some people like that.
Supply guy.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. The biggest three people that you want to make friends with inside the military, doesn't matter what branch you're in: supply, the cooks, and people that have the ammo. That's your biggest three friends you will ever have.
Yeah. Well, don't forget the medic.
Doc, yes. Gotta be friends with Doc. Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat. Oh, yeah. And the 1-2 people I will say right now, you never want to piss off. Don't ever go after Doc or Chappie. You go after either one of those two, you're done.
All right.
Everybody will jump on your butt left and right. You're gone. In history. There's a guy, especially goes in our lives a couple of times, though, named Chaplain Mark. We love Chaplain Mark. I'll say that right now. That man is a staple inside the community. He always is lifting everybody. He's always making everybody laugh and having a good time. But I told him that in a live like a week or two ago when he came into our live, and he looked at me and he started laughing, and he was like, well, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I was like, yeah, because that's the thing that people don't understand, though, about chaplains. Before they were a chaplain, 9 times out of 10, they were in a combat MOS. Before they were sending bodies to the Lord, they were saving bodies.
Yeah.
So don't mess with the person that was saving people, that was going from saving people to sending bodies to the Lord. Just saying.
Right.
After IT, going to college and ROTC for officer training. Okay, so she's going from green to gold. Okay, nothing wrong with that. We all love Mustangs. We all love the Mustangs. Now that's the one big thing I will say right now that people don't understand too, though, is when it comes down to going into the military, especially. College is where a lot of your points are going to be going into. They rely wholly on points after you go from specialist to sergeant. Don't use college, though, if you're not going to utilize it after the military. Biggest thing right there. Because I guarantee you right now, I've seen so many people inside the military get an education through college. They never used it. They literally just guys so they can get the next rank inside the military.
Right.
Yeah.
Hate to break it to you, but that's not exactly what you should be doing. That's just my opinion again. That's just my opinion. College, should be there, to actually take care of plans you have for the future. Like you said, like she's got plans. Good.
Yeah.
Having plans is good. But understand this as well. Uncle Sam will take his plans as well, and he will make sure your plans go behind where you think your plans are at. Yeah. But I will say though, take advantage of everything though inside the military that you possibly can. If you want to go to any schools, go to the schools.
Yep.
Do not let people tell you you cannot go to any school, whether you're male or female. If you want to go into airborne, you go to airborne. If you want to go to air assault, go to air assault. You want to go to ranger school, go to ranger school. You want to come to Green Beret, you want to go to Delta, Navy SEAL, MARSOC, anything of any of the branches out there, do it. So that's a big thing I tell people at the time. Don't let the military dictate to you what you're going to do in the military. You tell them what you're going to do. You're going in the military. They're there to try to help guide you in the direction they want you to go in, not the direction you want to go in.
Yeah.
That's something. That's a lot of things that people don't understand.
Thanks, Kev. Appreciate the donation. That's okay, Kev. We'll still split it 3 ways.
Being a chief lot lizard now, I see. I mean, hey, Jason needs, a little bit of, extra cash, for, after he gets done with, his job. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be the question right there, Jason. So what can they get for $1?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't think we have any questions from the chat. Really appreciate you coming on the show, though, to kind of talk about your organization. I think it's great. I found you on TikTok, I think around January, February, and
a little while, yeah.
I'm not that active in the chat or anything like that, but I'll just turn on and listen. It's always positive, and that's the best thing about it. Is like it's always positive atmosphere, good vibes. You guys are good people in there, and I'll try to participate more in the future. Now that I know you more. And,
hey, well, like I said, anybody's welcome. People don't have to, to actually talk. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people more, like you said, want to listen, while they're at work or whatnot, and have something to listen to. And that's why a lot of times we up
at 3:45 in the morning.
You're good. You're good. No worries there whatsoever, man. That's the biggest thing why I tell people, hey, you know what? It's the reason why we do barracks talk, a lot of the times, is why we want to give people, a chance to talk, and have fun inside there. Because let's be honest here, not besides, just on TikTok, there's a lot of drama, on so much stuff that happens, on social media in general. Mm-hmm. There needs to be less of it. There is no place for that, to be honest.
Yep.
People think, biggest thing people don't understand, if you don't like somebody, that's fine. You don't have to agree with anything that somebody's doing. If they're one to be even about drama, you don't have to associate yourself with them. You can disconnect from them, block them, whatever you need to. Keep your sanity. Don't let them dictate what your sanity is going to be. Block the haters. Like,
absolutely.
I have cut so many people off in this 1 year alone. I cannot even count. Does it keep me up at night? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But would I be willing to give them an opportunity to come back to me and say, hey, I messed up? I'm willing to have a sit down and talk. Yes, because of the fact, if we're going to be about community, we have to be willing to hear people out. Now, if I cannot agree with them for some things that they say or they do, then that's fine. We can agree to disagree, part ways. I hope you have nothing but success inside life. I hope you get everything in life that you're wanting to. If you're about a business or nonprofit, I hope your business or nonprofit works out great. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't even understand that, Mm-hmm. And that's why this stuff needs to end. And that's why we're trying to make that happen on our side, is by letting people know, hey, we're not about that life. People want to do what they want to do in life. That's fine. But we don't have to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, you can tell me whatever you want to, whatever kind of drama stuff is going out there on that end. I'm going to sit there and just go, mm-hmm, yeah, mm-hmm, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. Yep. Moving on.
Yep.
I'll listen, but I don't got to participate.
No time for that.
Oh, no. But I'm not very one-sided, though, I will say. Like, I will hear people out. There's been a lot of people that I will have disagreed on many different things on there in life. And that's completely fine. I don't have to agree with everybody on what they, say and what they do and whatnot. Same thing with me. People don't have to agree with everything that I say or that I'm about and whatnot. And that's completely fine, too. But being able to have, that neutral mindset and being able to listen to people and give people an opportunity, even if you don't agree with some things that they're saying, you got to be more honest. You got to be more open on that end. And that's the sad part, especially too, for being a nonprofit, you're going to run into a lot of people that are going to think differently of yourself. Mm-hmm. And that's completely fine. Everybody is entitled to have their own opinion be heard and acknowledged. And even if you don't agree with what they're saying, that is completely fine. You can agree to disagree and move on.
Right.
Just wish them a happy day, a good day, and move on. If you happen to run in, just leave the door open, because you never know what can happen in the future. That one person could be a great impact inside your life, and you never know about it.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And that's why, especially for all of us, again, that's why we all win the military, why we all were part of the first responder community. We are here serving the community. We all signed that dotted line, especially to protect people's rights and protect the Constitution, to give people an opportunity to live out the basic life, things on that end: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's literally what it's there for. And if people don't have that basic human right, then what are you doing, especially? And again, especially as a nonprofit, you're supposed to be you're helping people out. Make sure you're conducting it properly. Make sure you're listening to people. And again, if you don't agree with people, that's fine. Walk away. Shake hands, part ways in a peaceful manner. If they want to be loud and boisterous, that's fine. Let them be loud and boisterous. If you can't help but smile while they're doing that, that's fine. But don't say a word. As much as it's going to be a hard thing to.
Oh. There he goes. Blacked out again. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh, we hear you, Sam.
Probably don't hear us.
Yeah, probably not.
Not anymore.
Well, you guys got anything else?
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
I swear, I think, my thing is probably saying, your time is up.
I think you have a word count on your Wi-Fi.
Probably, yeah. It's probably sitting here going, hey, you used up your X amount of minutes per month to talk. Hey, shut up.
That's all right. I think we're going to wrap up the show, though.
Honestly, that's no problem.
Yeah. But thanks again for coming on, sharing what you're doing. And in the future, like if you ever, need help with like advertising anything, just tag us. We'll share it on our socials, and we'll try to promote the event coming up in November as well for more people to watch and participate.
Well, I appreciate it very much. And honestly, I can honestly thank, more of a great group of guys, out here, with amazing beards out here, Biggest thing I will say though, Brewer, before obviously you do wrap it up though, please thank your wife though for me for her service though, because I want to make sure she understands that her service does mean a lot.
Yep, thank you. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, you're very welcome. That's one thing I always try to make sure of is that people, if they have loved ones, that are service members, especially if they have a wife or a husband, that's that served as well, that they understand that, hey, we're not ignoring you. We love you as well. We appreciate your service.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody. Make sure to check us out next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have Bo's beard care.
Oh, okay.
In Nashville, and he's got kind of an epic beard.
Yes, he does.
It's almost past his knees, I guess. Or...
Yeah. Yeah, Bo's beard is amazing.
I see some of those guys on TikTok, and I'm sitting here going, man, those beards look amazing. Like, how? How do you have those beards so long?
Well, Sam, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but True North wants to send you a little care package of beard.
Oh, well, I appreciate it very much.
I
really do.
Growing a long beard.
So, if you send Mike your address, he can get it to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, I got you. I do appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. Beard respect after dark. No, imagine that kind of show though. Bearded, beards after dark. Oh boy. you don't want to know what's going to be happening on that end, though. You know, the beards, you know, might have a little different kind of stains. Jason,
All right,
we're not gonna get any tips from you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
It's an honor to meet you guys, though. Y'all have a great night.
Yep.
Respect the
Have a
journey,
good
y'all.
Friday. Yep. Have a good Friday, everybody.
Absolutely.